Well, hello, and welcome to my office. This is where I solve all my cheating cases with precision and guile. Ah, the smell of lavender. Ha 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 ha. Recently I've had a call about something I've never heard of, apparently called favela cheaters. I'm not quite sure what this new breed of cheater is, but I will investigate and solve the mystery. Of course I will. I am Dan M., cheat investigator. All cheaters beware. I will find you, sooner or later. Alright, boys. Now I'm going to start with what I think is the least suspicious clips, guys, and go on to a little more damning stuff later on. So this first clip here, we got COLDZERA, and the sketchy part comes when he's heading to the site, and he's looking towards window room. Now the sketchy part here is, before he looks into the window, he's trying to find the enemies. He looks to the left of the window, and it looks like it drags onto the enemy, and then he decides to full out stop and wait. And of course the enemy peeks him right where he got the information from. Alright, the second clip here, in my opinion, isn't as suspicious. The second clip here, in my opinion, is only suspicious in some parts. The first flick that looks like it locks onto the enemy behind the box, he actually moves his crosshair first before the enemy gets there if you slow it down enough. So I don't think that part is suspicious at all. The second one though, to the right, I do find suspicious because he's not looking right. He's not looking right to the right side where the enemy would pop out behind the wall. He's looking kind of near the chair there where the enemy is behind the wall. So in my opinion, that's a little more suspicious of a lock. In general though, this really isn't that shady of stuff. It does look shady at first glance, but when you slow it down, boys, it's not that bad. And again, when the enemy comes to peek on the left side, it looks like he's actually following through the wall here. But in reality, he actually put his crosshair to the box before the guy landed there. And then I think it's a coincidence that he follows him through the wall there. Alright boys, here's another clip here. This one's not recent either, but again, I don't want to throw it in. You know, people message me these clips, boys. We gotta get into them. Again here, guys, I've talked about this before. How I'm not too sure. I know I've put out videos of the Brazilian guys before. But I've also said it before. I'm not too sure about them. I don't know if they're cheating or not. I always say that anyone could be using a low FOV aimbot, but when it comes to aim locks, I haven't seen too much crazy stuff about these guys. Now, in this clip, it looks like he has two suspicious moments. It looks like he has one when he looks into sight with his crosshair, and then a second one where he looks the enemy behind the train. Now, if you slow down the first one, he doesn't lock onto the guy. He doesn't do any weird movements that look like they're following the guy. It honestly looks like he's just trying to stick his gun into the wall, avoid a flash, avoid his gun barrel being seen, maybe hear footsteps. It doesn't seem that shady, in my opinion. And then the second spot, when he looks at the train and then peeks the guy, at first I thought this was shady. I thought, you know what? He felt the lock, then he peeks because he got the information. But as I watched it again, his crosshair is being placed before the enemy's even there. So in my opinion, this just says he's doing a mouse lift. And honestly, this is what I believe. So again, I don't think this is anything at all. I think this clip is completely clear.
But the champion comes out on top there. It's going to be 12-9. Another eco here for an IP. 5 deagles, 1 flashbang. Not necessarily stacked into one area as well. It's more of a default 2-on-2. Gets that first frag, taking out get right fast through the mid smoke there.
Very fast for inside of the vents as well, though, but that actually...
Alright boys, here's another clip. And here's another clip that looks really suspicious at first. But when you slow it down, it looks less suspicious. This just goes to show that a lot of people that send me clips are jumping to conclusions way too early, and people are calling people out way too early. I'm not saying they're not cheating, I'm not saying that, but people need to, before they jump to conclusions, really slow these down and think about it. Okay? There is one part of this clip I do find suspicious, but a lot of it could be a huge coincidence. A lot of it could be. Now, the first enemy he shoots at is, yes, it's definitely through the wall, and this is why I find it shady, because he's spamming through that wall with his AK. The fact is, the buddy that he's spraying had just killed his teammate in the vent. So, with his headphones, he's hearing directly where that enemy is. So yes, boys, I definitely think this clip is pretty shady, just for the fact that he's spraying him through the wall there. Maybe he thinks he's going to get lucky and he's going to clip him through the corner of the wall. But again, boys, in general, this clip as a suspicious aim lock type clip, I don't think that's what it is. Like I said, I think some of these pros are probably not even using aim lock anymore. So right now, boys, he's looking pretty clean.
Cities to make a mistake at this point. They're assuming they're going to...
Let's take a look at this train clip. Now this train clip is another one where it's kind of iffy-piffy again here, boys.
Against them, finding one already.
No, I mean, you know, I look around, I see people talking about these clips, so I'm gonna get to them, boys, whether they're suspicious or not.
Ladder toward. Oh no, he's got to go the other direction. I thought he was going to go ladder towards. Oh, he finds it anyway. Freiburg's in the open, expecting to have disappeared.
He really just has got to go back around. He's got to go back to T-spawn side, and it kind of looks like he locks on to, I think it's Freiburg before he peeks it. And to be completely honest, boys, it's not that solid of a lock. We've seen lots of solid locks from people, boys. And these ones are not solid. A lot of these just look like it's lucky ass crosshair placement. Yeah, it's crazy. There's only like a quarter or a half a second where he's actually directly on the enemy. So do I think really he was turning in that corner and then hit his aim key while he's turning in that perfect motion? I don't think so. I think this one is another legit one. And I think as far as this tournament's concerned with this match, they need to chill out on the Brazilians because... honestly, boys, I don't think this cold guy is using gear right now. If he is, he's, like I said, he's using a small FOV aimbot or something, but honestly, boys, it looks legit. It looks legit. Now in this clip here, boys, if you take a look...
they will still be able to pick it up, so have a significant advantage. They're fine.
Kind of looks like he's doing some shady stuff around Catwalk here. And to be completely honest, I think this is a coincidence. He's just watching the angle, and the one time he flicks over, it kind of looks like it hits him.
CZ can change everything.
But boys, the shady part here is... when he starts looking in the window, he gets a bit of a lock on.
Which makes his position even better, because they may think he's going for the gun. And then if he pops out, COLDZERA could get traded, but he's gone through the window at an inopportune time.
Alright, this is the part that looks sketchy. It looks like it locks right onto him through the smoke, and then it looks like he pulls it away, like, oh shit, I was locking right on through the smoke. And see, boys, when I say there's not going to be any more, I don't think there's going to be many more aim locks. What I mean is, I think people are going to chill out on using an aim lock to get information through the wall. It may still happen, but I think a sound ESP would be much more effective for them, so they'd probably be doing that instead. But you still will see aim locks like this through the smoke, most likely, especially if they're trying to target them with their aim lock. So in my opinion, this is probably, out of all these clips, I think this is the sketchiest one. If anyone else has other clips about our friend COLDZERA here, I'd love to see them. This is all I could find, just scouring through my messages and my comments and my Google Drive and VacSucks. These are the only ones I could find. So if you have any more that are a little more evidence geared, that would be better, because I find a lot of these aren't too suspicious in my opinion. And to be honest, this cold guy, if he's not cheating, he's absolutely fucking insane, because this guy just absolutely drops bomb. And a lot of people are haters on the Brazilians. I don't know if that's a regional thing, because the North Americans and Europeans are pissed that the Brazilians are doing so well. Some of these Brazilians in the comments, man, they absolutely just kill me. I just read a comment, a guy was saying that it's impossible to cheat on lane because they check all your peripherals. But we all know that's not true. So the ignorance in the community is still there. People still think it's impossible to cheat on LAN, which it clearly is not. And I don't think this ESEA LAN cheat is going to be too effective, especially when they tell all the players that they're about to use it on all the next LAN events. I mean, to me right there, that's hinting at they know people are on the fucking gear. Or at least they're concerned that they are, so they're going to tell them ahead of time. Like, that's completely ridiculous. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching again. I appreciate all the support. I'm thinking next, boys, I'm going to get a good camera because with this green screen, this old camera just puts it to shame. So I'm looking at a couple cameras. They're not cheap, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks to all my patrons. I'm going to figure something out for you guys because of my schedule. Some of my perks I'm not able to do right now, so I'm going to figure something out for you guys. I promise. I love you. I love you. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Stay off the gear. Take care.